In this trip report, I'll cover my journey from Osaka to Munich with Etihad Airways in business class. This is what we're going to cover, so let's get started. The journey began at Osaka Kansai Airport in the KIX lounge. I do have a separate video for this which is linked in the description and at the end. The lounge was certainly more peaceful and relaxing than the main terminal, which was very busy for our 6 PM departure. We took the shuttle train to Gate 8, which is at the far north of the Terminal 1 building. Organisation at the gate was a bit lacking, with no clear signage for boarding groups.
Hi, very good evening, welcome. Thank you very much. We're in 8 today. My name is
But there was a very warm welcome from the cabin manager, and it would turn out that he had his cabin and colleagues very well organised for the first leg of our trip to Abu Dhabi. So I was in a true window seat with 3 windows, lots of privacy. I noticed that the rear-facing window and centre seats, which are much more exposed to the aisle, do have a pull-out privacy screen, but no one seemed to know they were there. As the flight was over 9 hours long, sleepwear was handed out, which is a very nice touch. Welcome drinks were served. I'll say here that I love Etihad's glasses and tableware. So this was the menu for the flight, a comprehensive drink selection, and then a la carte options on the left, plus all-day dining options on the right. And orders for dinner were taken by the cabin manager prior to takeoff. There were no air vents, but there were hot towels and a pair of luxury slippers. So prior to departure, I had a really good feeling about this flight after the warm welcome and the feeling that the cabin manager and crew had everything under control, right down to the inspection of the cabin prior to takeoff. So the other amenities available were the seat mattress pad, which can be used as an extra cushion when folded. The blanket is thick, cosy, but it may be a bit hot under it. And the pillow looks good, but I would have liked it to be a lot firmer. The Amenity Kit was the Dunes clutch variety, with lip balm, facial mist, hand lotion, eye mask, earplugs and a toothbrush. Here's the seat with the mattress cover installed. I didn't really find it made much difference. So after takeoff and prior to dinner, there was drink service and nuts, and I had a butterfly pea mocktail. The entertainment system is quite extensive for movies and TV, with live news also available. I used my time effectively by watching 2001: A Space Odyssey from start to finish, 2.5 hours. The noise cancelling headphones seem to be the same ones used on Singapore Airlines, which I find very comfortable and effective. So we're into the dinner service now, and I'll give you my thoughts in person afterwards. Dinner's just been cleared away. What did I have? What was it? Salmon and egg tartare, and then the fillet to beef, and then the chocolate mousse. So yeah, I enjoyed the starter. Main course was good. The beef, I enjoyed it. Not too tough. The vegetables were nice. And then the chocolate mousse also really good, so I would say it was a winner. So after that culinary assessment, here's what your control pad does at the seat, as well as language and do not disturb. You've got lumbar settings, massage function, then you've got your seat presets and lighting controls, some with dimmers, window shade settings for your 3 windows, and then your full individual control seat movement. So the seat in bed mode, I didn't find that there was enough room to sleep on my side. which was a problem for me. There were hard surfaces all around, and this is one of the things I think could be improved on. Anyway, in the interest of research, I tried the roast beef sandwich, which was excellent, and then there was cheesecake to follow. I was very happy with that. Okay, so the first leg is coming to a conclusion as we approach Abu Dhabi, and this was an excellent flight. The crew were a credit to the airline, and the food and amenities were great. My only thoughts for improvement is the seat comfort in bed mode. So next we have a 14-hour layover in Abu Dhabi. There was an airside hotel, but this charged for every 6-hour period. So we booked the Premier Inn. They had a free shuttle bus, comfortable room, and close to the airport. We paid £58 for the night, room only. So the next morning we were back to the airport, which seemed deserted first thing. We saw the nice business class and first class check-in area, and then we were off to the Etihad business class lounge. So this lounge is the best that I've visited. Over 3 floors, and we almost had it to ourselves at the start. Breakfast service was great, as were the views. I'm glad we had some time to relax here. Right, time for the second leg of the journey to Munich. This flight was also on the 7879 Dreamliner. Hi.
Welcome.
Hello. Thank you very much. And I was again in seat 8A. We booked these flights almost a year in advance, and even though we booked through an online agent, we were able to select seats immediately and for no charge, unlike some of Etihad's competitors.
Remain seated and do not fasten your seatbelt at this time. Remember, smoking included in the use of license, matches for cigarettes is not allowed anywhere aboard, including the toilet.
This is the menu for this flight. It was 6 hours approximately, but you could still have 2 meals, so I did it for you. Okay, other seat features, you've got the headphone socket and a bottle holder, and then the cupboard above can fit a deceptively large amount of stuff. The lighting is stylish, dimmable in some cases, and the tray table is extremely sturdy. By the remote there are 2 USB charging ports, and then you've got a universal outlet near the floor. To my left was this vent and hard edge cum armrest, which takes up some of the possible seat width, and it makes you feel quite hemmed in when you're trying to sleep. Pre-dinner drinks came out quickly. I asked for an IPA from the menu, but they didn't have it. For the first meal, it started with curried parsnip and pear soup, which was delicious, with salad and bread. Next was chicken ravioli, which was a little bit dry and a small portion. And finally the chocolate praline mousse cake was nice, but again there wasn't much of it. The Amenity Kit had the same contents, but this time in the cube bag. The true window seats in rows 6, 8 and 10 have got to be the best seats in the cabin. for privacy and the 3 windows that you get to yourself. Next I ordered the chicken quesadilla, which was very nice. They said it would be 10 minutes, but it was actually 40, which made me think they'd forgotten about it. And then afterwards was ice cream. By this time we were approaching Munich, so on this second leg the service wasn't as organised as on the first, and the crew didn't use my name. In this respect there was a marked difference in the 2 flights. The ravioli and the dessert were a little on the meagre side. The quesadilla was great. The views from my 3 windows were so good that I didn't need any entertainment for the 6 hours on this second leg. I'm really pleased to have flown business with Etihad. I would jump at the chance to do it again. Given today's prices, that might not be possible. For these return flights between Germany and Japan, we paid 1976 sterling each. The same flights could easily cost 3,500 if departing from London. So we did the right thing, booking early and departing from Munich. If you want to see my method for how I try to fly long haul business class for less, see my video linked in the description and at the end. I do have upcoming business class flights with China Southern, Iberia and Qatar Airways, and I'll be posting reviews of them, so I would be really grateful if you could subscribe to support me in growing this channel. For now though, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.